Hello, my name is Chelsea Kong, and I joined with Atomy in 2020 in January from Toronto, Canada. I'm part of the Atomy Toronto Global Center, and I'm an agent. I just want to share with you my testimony about HemoHim and how it worked on my skin because I had a bacteria and eczema infection. And before, usually when I get it, it's usually after having stress, and it usually starts out small and starts becoming a little bigger. But last year, when it happened, it actually spread quite a bit. Now, at that time, when I had it, I didn't even know that I was breaking out with that kind of infection because I had a scratch, and the scratch actually began to spread. And I tried to use other things on it, like polysporin, but it didn't actually get any better. So at one point, I saw like rashes on my hands, and I tried to use some kind of antibiotic on it that I knew about, that I used to have before. But I was recommended to talk to a naturopathic doctor who actually recommended to me to take HemoHim, to use the HemoHim on my skin in order for it to recover from the inside and outside. So instead of taking antibiotics to use it on my skin, that's what I did. So I was recommended to take it 6 packs a day for at least a month. I was taking it, and I was also asked to take it externally by putting it on the areas where the infection was actually happening. Now the thing is that infection originally started on my one hand, but then I ended up having it on both the left and the right hands, as well as my stomach area and also my left arm, and it also spread on parts of my legs as well. So when I had to take it externally on the skin, I needed it to be applied and to be absorbing into the skin. So I was told that I should have it saran wrapped, and I needed to have somebody else to do that for me because I couldn't do it myself. And that time when the saran wrap was being done, it was actually about 2 weeks in the process. And then after that, I was recommended to allow the HemoHim to dry out on the skin in order for that to eventually fall off the skin. Because in the process, the skin was actually going through a healing, and the inside had to be healed first before the outside would be reflected. But the process was actually very painful when I had to allow the skin to dry off. And during that time, I was using Atomy gloves, and I also used elastic band over the gloves in order to keep the water out. But actually a little bit of the water leaked out, and once it did leak out, it actually caused my hands to feel a lot of pain to the point that I was actually crying. The other thing I need to mention is during the time when I was taking the HemoHim, that was not the only product that I was using. In fact, I was also taking spirulina omega-3 and also the red ginseng, which is part of this. At that time, I purchased the stay-at-home package, which included all these. And also I was able to get more of the HemoHim at a later point, because there was another promotion package where they actually had HemoHim paired up with ginseng, red ginseng. But I really had to take a lot of HemoHim in order for the skin to actually recover and my immune system to build up, because the main thing was that my immune system was low and needed to be rebuilt based on my habits of how I was eating before. That was why the immune system was not very strong. So during this time, when I was taking the HemoHim and recovering, I made the choice to start working on eating healthier and also exercising and drinking more clean water. And at that time, I was taking Puer tea every day and drinking in order for it to flush out my system. And I remember I was avoiding microwaving my food, so I started using the toaster oven a lot more and cooking the food with the wok and boiling and drinking a lot of soups. Anything that would be considered more healthy instead of using a microwave. And the other thing is I avoided fried foods. And I made sure that I went outside to get the sun and the fresh air as well. So I tried to get as much of that vitamin D into my skin as possible. And during that time when my skin was being healed in recovery, I was also focused on meditation of scriptures and also reading the Bible, listening to music, and praying, because I really believe that faith is very important, and also declarations in order to see results even faster. And I actually thank God because it's because of Him that I was able to find these solutions to deal with my skin and to make my body more healthy and more stronger. And the other thing is I developed hobbies and habits that were able to help me to change my perspective of how I see things. Because the other thing I needed to work on was also my self-image and my ability to love myself and to have confidence, which I was kind of lacking. So when I started working on those, it actually brought a healing to my body as well. But the real change happened actually when I started being more positive about health and more positive about life and doing things that were fun and enjoyable and being outside as much as I could and doing things that would be able to give me relaxation so that I would be free from stress and to be able to rest more, because I wasn't sleeping enough before and I needed to sleep more in order for my health to boost up as well. And I also am glad that it only took within a month actually for me to recover from that, as I probably may have said that earlier, but I'm just reiterating that again. And you're going to see pictures of when my skin was before and during the process and afterwards what it looked like when I had actually taken the HemoHim. And the other thing is I'm going to have the picture there showing the stay-at-home package that I had ordered during that time when I had the skin problem. And there will also be a picture of the other package that had the HemoHim and the red ginseng that I had purchased. So I thank you for listening, and thank you for Atomy helping me so that my skin is able to be healed, to be well, and that I don't have that eczema problem again. And I'm maintaining my healthy lifestyle in order to stay healthy and to keep away from having that happen to me again. So thank you for listening, and hope that you also will be able to find your results for anything that you may be facing. And if you are not facing any health problems, well, you're going to see the effects anyway of how Atomy products helps you.